doing a crochet tutorial on how to make a crochet bralette. So what you'll need for my top, I'm going to be using white and then a multicolor yarn. Most of the top is going to be white though. So that's what I have here. For this yarn, it says that you should use a 5.5 millimeter hook, and that is a size I. So that's what I have right here. And then you also need a pair of scissors and then some type of tape measure, preferably one with inches. Okay, so to start off, we're going to use the white yarn. So I'm going to pull some out of there. And you're going to start off by making a slip knot. So the way we're going to work this top is we're going to make both of the cups, and then we're going to crochet those 2 cups together, and then we're going to add the color in. The color is optional. If you want to just stick with one color, if you're a beginner and you want to stick with one color the entire time, then you can do that too. So first we're going to chain 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now I have a chain of 11. I'm going to go in the first stitch and do a single crochet. You're going to single crochet down this entire chain. And I'll meet you back when I get there. Okay, so now I've single crocheted all the way down my chain. If you count the top, you should have a total of 10. Since you chained 11 and then you went in the first stitch, you should have a total of 10. Okay, so once we get to the end, you're going to chain 1. You're going to turn your work. And you're going to start in the very first stitch. And you're going to single crochet. Again, go down the entire line. And pull some more yarn out. Okay, so notice that once I got to the end of this chain, I have one more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 single crochet in that stitch. But instead of just going into the next, I'm gonna do 3 all together in 1 stitch. So that's my second one. This is my third. So as you can see, it's curving. So I did 3 in that last chain. And I'm just gonna continue to go in that next one. And you're gonna notice that it makes a curve. So where you're gonna, and once you keep going, it's gonna make the cup. And I have one more. It's important to make sure that you're not missing stitches because that's how your work starts to get off. Okay? So I made it to the end. This is how it should look. So now you're gonna chain 1 again, like you did once you got to the end, and you're gonna just keep going. So I'm gonna do one more with y'all, and then I'll meet y'all once I get my cup the size that I need. Okay, so this part can be a little difficult to differentiate. I'm gonna do 1 in this stitch and then this very top stitch. So you could tell like it's 3 of them, and so I did one in that one. This should be the point. So this stitch is the one you're gonna wanna put the 3 in. So 1, 2, and 3. So that makes, you know, your point of your cup. Make sure you put in the 3 in the correct stitch so that it doesn't look off. You want it to all meet every time. So if you put in 3 in a different stitch every time, then you're not gonna get that, you know, that precise point. Okay, so I made it to the end again. As you can see, it's getting wider and it's just curving at the top. So make sure you chain 1 every time you get to the end. Turn your work and go in that very first stitch. And you're just gonna keep going until your cup is the nice size that you need. When I come back, I'll measure mine and I will also correlate, you know, what cup size goes with the inches. Okay, y'all, so I met y'all back and I have both of my cups here together. So I measured them out and they're both 5 inches exact. So I'm gonna write down and I'm gonna get it back in the screen and show you guys the measurements. So the 5 inches can be for cup A to B and it goes up by 2 cup sizes. So I'm gonna write that down and then show y'all in the camera so you can screenshot it. Okay, y'all, so this is the key right here, so you can go ahead and screenshot this, and whenever you make your tops in the future you can go back and refer to this. So like I said, my bralette is going to be a size small, fits an A to B cup, and it's 5 inches as you saw in the measurements before. Okay, y'all, so now I'm going to show you guys how to connect both of the cups together and to crochet them. So on the first one I had left a loop and then I just cut some of the string off so I could connect them, and this one I didn't detach from the yarn at all. So I'm gonna take that and put both of the loops on together. And then you wanna take the yarn that's attached to the weft and you're gonna just make one, just take both of the loops and pull them through. So basically a slip stitch, hold on. Like that. And then you can unfold both of them. So now you're just gonna do single crochets across that way, in that direction. So you can kind of differentiate which holes to go in the bigger ones. I don't really count, I just kind of estimate and sew that. So once I get to the end of this cup, I like to chain about like 15. You can kind of estimate how many you need. If you have like a wider back, then you will want to make it longer so that it can wrap around your waist. Well, not your waist, but you know, wrap around the side of you. But if you don't need it too long, I would say about 15 chains. Okay, y'all, so I made the 15 chains. So this one doesn't have a chain down it, but we're gonna make one when we go back this way. So you're just gonna turn your work after you make your 15 chains and then just do single crochets, the same stitch we've been doing this entire time. That's why this is a good beginner project, because you don't have to switch stitches or, you know, do anything extra. As long as you're counting and making sure that you're not increasing or decreasing in areas that you aren't supposed to, which you shouldn't be at all in this project. So it should be a very beginner friendly top. So like I said, I'm just doing single crochets all the way down that chain. And once I get to the end of that chain, I'm gonna just turn the bra over and work in the back of the other side that I just came from. I'm sorry if that don't make sense, but you're gonna see. Okay, so that's the end of that chain. And I just turned the bra that way. So you see what I did? So it was this way, we was going down the chain, and then I just flip it. And I'm just gonna make a single crochet into this stitch to connect everything. And you won't be able to tell. You can't tell the difference. So you just go ahead all the way down this cup, and then you'll continue down this cup, and this one you'll make your other chain of 15, and you'll come back down that way and keep working. Okay, y'all, so I got back to the other end of the other side of the bra. This is my chain of 15, and I went back on it and did single crochets. So now I'm just continuing to go through the bra, and at this point you should have a row throughout both the cups. So now all you have to do is keep working back and forth until you get the desired width. I'm gonna probably do about 1.5 inches of white, or probably about 1 inch of white, and then I'm gonna go in with some of the colored yarn. And I may do like a double crochet stitch, or to keep it simple for the beginners, I can continue to do single crochet. And then I'll come back on with the white and show you guys how to make your straps, and that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so it's been a while since I came back on camera, but this is how far I've gotten. I was gonna keep it short and make just like a bra type, but I wanted to get all the colors of the rainbow in, so I decided to keep going. Of course, that's optional, but if you want to, you can. I did the same stitch, so it's, like I told you guys, as long as you keep going back and forth, you're gonna build and you can create the length that you want. So now, if you choose to keep going and make it long, you can make like a crop top. Like basically this is, because it hits like mid or like almost below the belly button, or you can do the bra. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna make the straps for this. Now there are 2 ways. You could fold this and you could make a chain, and you can go back and either do like a slip stitch on it to make it thicker. Personally, I like to do that because I like just to have something sturdy to, you know, lace up and tighten and untighten, because I feel like if you just do a chain, it's not, you know, it's not as strong. But it's optional, you can do either. So you could fold it and make a chain and then feed it through and do like a corset, and then just do 2 strings up here. Or you could just do the strings from up top, make it extra long to where it connects and goes and weaves through. So like I said, either, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna just make an extra long one. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it that way. But like I said, if you wanna do it the other way, all you would do is just make 2 straps from each top of the cup, and then you make a separate strap that's not attached, and you just feed it through and make like a corset. So again, optional, whichever one you wanna do. Okay, so personally, I want to make a border on this with the white, and I would just crochet it all the way up and make my strap. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It will make the cup a little bigger, but just some extra support. My bad, y'all, wasn't in the camera. But just make it, you know, a little bit bigger. Like I said, that's optional. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You could just cut this off right here and then just make your strap up here. So like I said, it's optional. Okay, so I'm gonna just basically make a border. So just going in each of these holes and just, you know, making a border on top of the colors of the white. In my opinion, it makes it more uniform, but everybody's different, so you don't have to do this part. So I'm gonna just meet you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna just do this all the way up here. When I get here, I'll go this way, and then I'll go up the cup. So I'm gonna just keep showing you guys so y'all can kind of see what holes I am going into. And that's better, you can see the close up. Like I said, to me, it just makes it looks more uniform. Okay, and then I'm gonna just go in this one here, and then look, so you can see how that looks. It's real pretty. And then I'm gonna just turn my work. I went in that one, so I'm gonna just start going up here in these stitches. Can you guys see that? And I'm gonna keep all this in real time so that you guys can see I started working on this top around like 8 p.m. and it's like 1 in the morning, I'm pretty sure. It's probably almost 2. So, but I did have to stop and handle some things. So if I would have kept going, I would have been done earlier. But obviously, if you're a beginner, it's gonna take you a little longer. Okay guys, so I'm going up the cup now, as you can see. So we'll make it a little bigger, not too much though. It just give you extra support, extra coverage. Okay guys, so I've made it to the tip of the cup. I'm gonna stop at this one, and once I do my chain and come back, I'll come back. Oh my bad. Once I do my chain and come back, I'll come back and stitch into this one. I'm gonna chain about 150 and see how long that is, because remember, you want this to be long enough to come from the top of the bra cup and all over the shoulder and then feed through the back. So it's gonna all be connected. So it's gonna have to be a pretty long chain. So I'm gonna chain 150 and see how long that is. And then if it's enough, I'm gonna come back and let y'all know. Okay, y'all, so when I did 150 and I stretched it, it wasn't enough for me. So I went ahead and did 200. That might be a little extra, but I'd rather have more than enough string than to where it be too tight and it's hard to lace it up. So I'm just going back on and doing single crochets for the sake of this top being beginner friendly. I just want it to be the same stitch all over. And in my opinion, when you do single crochets along the chain, it makes it sturdier to where, like I said, you can lace it up and tighten it without having to worry about something not being strong enough. So it's gonna just be like this. Nothing too bulky, but just like I said, so you know you have the support. So you just go back on the chain in the same stitch we've been doing from the very beginning of this top all the way to the end. And like I said, once you get to the end, you'll just start back going down the bra, go back up this cup, do another chain of 200, or if you feel like that's too much, however many you feel like is best for your top. If the top is for maybe someone with a bigger cup size, you might want to do more so that they have enough slack, or if it's smaller, you know, like that. And then do another 200 chain, come back on a single crochet, and then come back on down the cup, up that side, around, and then you're done with the top. And then you would just have to lace it, and I'll show you guys that on camera as well. Okay, y'all, so I finished both my straps, and now I'm just weaving it in the back. Just try to find the bigger holes to stick it through and pull it through. Like that. And if you're having trouble pulling this through the holes, you can use your crochet hook to feed it through, but most of the time I gotta just pull it on through. And this last one, I'm gonna just stick it through as close to the end as possible. And you'll probably have, if you have issues with it twisting, you could just, you know, kind of adjust it like a shoestring. You know, once you get it through, just kind of flip them from side to side. So that's how the back should look, y'all, like a corset, the straps going up. So when you put it on, you would loosen all this up and just put all of this over your head. Okay. So for video purposes, I'm gonna just go ahead and tie this so y'all can see. And I know it's a lot. I know some of my clients before, they'll take these extra strings and kind of just like wrap them around their stomach for extra decoration and stuff like that. So if you want to do that, you definitely could. And then tie that in a bow or not, however you want to do it. And then that's the front.